Welcome to NLTV. Today we are here at SCERT with Dr. Zavise Rume to get more updates on integrations of Naga indigenous practice to modern practice of counseling. So, sir, the SCERT has recently released the syllabus or subject, in schools of counseling. So, how do the SCERT desire to integrate the Naga indigenous practice of teaching to modern practice of counseling?
Thank you, NLTV. Nagas have unique practices of dealing with emotion. There are so many unique practices of dealing with emotion. But in the past, the counseling community, the counselors community entirely depend on the therapies and psychotherapies, alternative therapies designed by Western societies. So recently, SCERT has conducted a research covering 11 tribes and discovered so many indigenous practices of dealing with emotions. And based on these research findings, we have decided to introduce a separate subject of one separate paper on the Naga indigenous practices of dealing with emotion for the 1-year diploma in school counseling. So the diploma, this separate paper will now reorient the Nagas counselors who are practicing in counseling to learn new methods of dealing with children in handling the emotions and the psychological problem, emotional problem.
So, sir, with the release of the new subject, is it required the need of such educations in schools?
Yeah, there are so many emotional issues, mental issues, psychological issues. We have tried our best to deal with them through the psychotherapies and skills, techniques designed by the people outside the state. But there are some issues which cannot be dealt without, which has certain peculiarities. And therefore, we thought that there is a need for a unique type of method which will really help to deal with the unique, peculiar type of problems facing the students. And that is why we have come out with a separate syllabus. And this syllabus, I hope, will help the counselors community in Nagaland, and also it will really help the Naga Indian communities. Recently, NCERT New Delhi has held a meeting, and in that meeting, one of our senior colleagues had presented a research paper on indigenous method of dealing with emotions, and the nation, the participants, they were so happy, and they have learned a lot of things from these research findings, and therefore I hope this also will be a contribution to our country, and we hope to even take up more research findings. For example, like the indigenous method of expression. There are different forms of expressions, like at the time of death, like eulogy, then at the time of the happiness, and like hopi, yelling, and these are the things which are very unique and which people in the world do not practice, but only Nagas they are practicing. And these things, if we practice in the school, and make this as a regular curriculum in the school, the children will be happy, and they will not face emotional problem, and there will be less stress and anxiety.
So, Sarah, how's the department, to take the matter forward on this?
It depends on the professional roles. For example, the roles of the counselors, professionally trained professional counselors who need to put a lot of thoughts on it, and other people cannot do. The counselors have a lot of role in it, and also the storytellers, the elders, storytellers. When we go to the village level, the grassroots level, they should be able to give us more inputs and more resources, and we largely depend on their resources and the data to be given by them. So we seek cooperation from all people, particularly the elders and storytellers of the Naga indigenous people.
Okay, so sir, this with the the research that have been done on these 16 tribes. So, how's the reactions of the people, on taking this Naga indigenous practice to this counseling?
People are at large are very happy. Indeed, they are really encouraged, and most of the people, the respondents, whoever we interacted, they were really surprised how these indigenous practices of dealing with emotions will be helpful in counseling, and it will be helpful in counseling, and they were really happy. And we hope that more researches, more interactions will be able to generate more knowledge in this indigenous knowledge in this field. The primary objective of this school counseling, a separate subject on the indigenous curriculum on school counseling, is to help to cater to the needs of emotional well-being of the students, and that is why the objective of the research study is also to find out better ways of dealing with emotions. And there are different types of emotions. For example, the emotion of sadness. So at the time of sadness, how Nagas express their emotions, and how we, the counselors, should do. And another emotion may be the emotion of happiness, joy. So what are some of the methods and techniques and forms of expressing emotions at the time of joy and happiness? And so we generated all this data, and this will be properly analyzed. Our trainees will be properly trained in this field, and they will be sent back to their field in the village, and they will be able to learn more about the native practices. And we hope that through field visits, they will be able to generate more knowledge, and this syllabus will be more enriched.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.